Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK, I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo. I finally get a co-cast with my caster, Nine Null. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, MK. Thank you for the introduction. We are here with a great matchup, G4dyuka Gang versus Ascendant. This is kind of a classic EU matchup. Of course, we got Lion and Snipe on one side, Frey and Kreitcha on the other, kind of reminiscent of RBT7. But also, we've got some familiar faces in the mix, for G4dyuka Gang. Gosu, and also Sick joining Ascendant for Ying Chun Cup, which is, of course, what we're covering here today. I don't know how long he's been on the roster, but of course, a pretty prominent streamer and also Russian. So there's already been some Russian banter going on in the chat. I'm sure there'll be more.
As Cry just said, he has to go to work soon, and Frey quickly corrects that to prison. So we don't know which one that actually correctly is. Lion's going to say he needs 10 minutes. And the shortcut for an interesting message comes out from Kryja.
Right.
It looks like we're going to be waiting for Snipe for a little bit, and then we'll get live. But we're going to be playing Pacifice 1 through... I'm pretty confident with the teams we have here and all that we're going to see 1 through 4.
Right.
I don't see any scenario where we'll see map 5, even if it's really close. So I'm pretty...
even if it's losers bracket, also.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure that if G4dyuka Gang will be in the lead going into the finale, that Ascendant will GG, but I don't know if that's 100% the other way. But I know Ascendant will not play finales if they are down no matter what. That is just not their cup of tea.
Yeah, we've seen it in the past. And, I mean, things can change. We'll see if it happens. If it does, we'll be in for often a very wonky tank here in Pacifice. But, yeah, just expecting the chapters 1 through 4. And, Pacifice, a long-stay staple here. L4D2 competitive community. We are going to be seeing it once again as... he called for 10 minutes. Certainly going to be a lot shorter than that. In we go. Charger hopping over. Trying to find him. No, he'll be lasered down. Smoker pole. Not able to find anything. Jockey dealt with as well. 100% for G4dyuka Gang after the first set. Ascendant finds nothing.
Yeah, that is an understatement. We see a lot of hundreds on the board right now. Quite a few of them, actually, if we're looking at the spec HUD. But this tank is going to be at 45%, and look at how quickly the survivors are pushing through this choke point. Ascendant does not have opportunity to set up inside. They're going to have to just reposition on the outside choke point. Survivors coming out quickly, Infected frantically trying to get up top. Now it comes down to the question here. Now, if they don't go right away... oh, the Charger misses his... oh, that's so unfortunate. Hunter gets shut down. Spit goes on to nothing. That's going to be 2 attacks coming in here now, and we're going to see a lot of 1-0-0 still on the board.
Yeah, that is a crazy amount. We got the one boom coming out from the car alarm as the tank comes in the hands of Sick, and it is going to need to be a pretty sick tank here because there is no pre-tank damage so far. The one boom did come out. We're maybe going to try to see a hit as they try to transition. Smoker does go ahead and spawn. Jockey is available as well. Gets the pawn row. Still not able to break the 100%. And of course, that does mean that everyone's going to be at maximum punches on the tank as well if they can't find any support damage.
Yeah, that's 5 per survivor. For those that don't know, for those that are keeping track, you'll be very happy if you're rooting for G4dyuka Gang going into all of that HP that they have on their survivor side. But real quick here, he has his tri-cap. No, he's still first pass, 65% frustration, chose not to get the second vehicle, so they will have the car alarm on the second time around. And that's in a pretty good shape. I think he's going to roll it in, take our first tank away now.
All right, beautiful spot for the car, but he immediately hits it straight out. All 3 SIs currently positioned on top. They're going to yellow it. Immediate team skeet charge will land, immediately cleared by Nick, as well as the cross coverage from Ellis onto the jockey. He gets 2 smacks onto Rochelle, but that is going to be a dead sick. And look at the health bar still. That was like a hit. 81.4% left. It honestly feels like Ascendant has gotten a good hit, but actually it's been multiple hits and a tank. Wow.
Yeah, pretty clean take from Gadyuga. Looking pretty good right now with 83.7% of the bonus. Do they find the extra set of pills? It pops out their bonus a little bit, but they do have a bleeder, but he's not going to be temporary HP, which is DB. Smoker's going to go in and miss. Spinner gets picked. Hunter lands, but gets stumbled. And I think right now, just Gadyuga looks really good, and I wonder how much practice Ascendant got here, because their infected just looks a little bit off now. They're real close to being on point, but just off by a fraction of a second at the moment.
Yeah, this is something I was kind of alluding to before we got into the match. Of course, we got Krycha and Frey, very familiar faces for Ascendant, but we've also got Sick and Jish. And I'm just not sure. Of course, E and EF, I'm not familiar with from Gadyuka game. There's going to be some growth on both sides, but the results have been seen from Gadyuka gang. That being said, Jockey will land, but just wrapping around the backside of the car, and you know, those 2 hits have been worth about 4%. Certainly not doing what they need to slow down Gadyuka gang, and they have over 1,300 points that they can lock in here.
Yeah, this is absolutely massive, and actually after this tack's done, we'll do a quick roster rundown, which we didn't quite do yet, but let's see what they could do with this tri-cap and the boom. Boomer's going to try to make a play on the car alarm. They're going to send the spawns in. Charger will land. Won't get a slam, though. Smoker's going to hold. Okay. And they hold the boomer, too, so this is going to be a 2-2 without the charger coming up. But not much coming out from there, but quick roster rundown for Gadyuka gang, which will be Snipe Lion, a Gosu, and actually that is NF as ENEF. Why don't you take away Ascendant for us?
Yeah. Okay, for Ascendant we've got Sick, Jish, Krycha, and Frey.
And they got pills. They're going to be able to get more bonus here. Look at this now, 850. This is 1348 for points. They sacked the boomer very late. I don't know why Frey waited, but they had a poo too. And this is going to be a very, very unlikely chance for damage here. Smoker gets a scratch. Jockey gets nothing. Free spit, 0. They'll walk in with 830 points. That's 1330 now. Probably 1328.
Wow, okay. You know, it rounding down to 1328 aside, that is a pretty insane Chapter 1 score. Definitely one of the highest I've seen. Over 3/4 of the bonus maintained through the chapter, locked in. And we're going to go over to their side. Ascendant is going to have some tough shoes to fill here. Already got the quick ready-ups. We're going to be headed right into this 3-1 with a spit.
Yeah, no, with Ascendant here yielding such a big bonus to Gadyuka gang, they need to perform on their survivor side. They don't need to perform up the exact amount of points, but they're going to need at least 50% of the bonus in order to put up an 1,100 point delta. And with Gadyuka having 1328, which is absolutely massive for one chapter of Left 4 Dead, and due to Pacifice being a combination of passing and the sacrifice, map 1 being 500 distance now is massive start for them to see what Ascendant can do as soon as they bring their teammate back in.
Yeah, I mean, another thing we've got to consider, it's not like we see a tank wipe here at this spot on Chapter 1 every day, but we've definitely got the boom run back shenanigans, and then also, you know, they're playing around near the water. There's with the car as well. If Ascendant loses a survivor right at the start, they are going to be hard pressed to really find any bonus. So they're going to have to play very carefully here. And we'll be starting off, like I said, with that 3-1 Jockey, Smoker, Charger. They do all hop over from the building. Jockey finds for a bit, but nothing major. They will be able to shut it all down. And Ascendant, strong showing for the first hit.
Yeah, the Charger deleted before he hit the ground. The Jockey was the only one that got damaged, and it was not much of anything, but Gadyuka does hold on to their spitter, and the spawns are coming up a little short. They could just split them. Are they going to get through this choke point? The Hunter going to come from behind. He's come flying through. He finds a target. Triple boom. Spitter was not in time. Charger gets a fist, gets his charge, and they'll get a little bit of damage, but really not much at all coming out. But it is pre-chip damage, I would have to say now, which Ascendant was not able to inflict onto G4dyuka, but here's the first tank of the game in the hands of NF, and run back to the safe room.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't shine quite as bright as 100%, but it's definitely still very strong start for Ascendant. The wheel's not falling off at any point. The double boom is landed with some potential smoker shenanigans with the jockey as well. Okay, they will be able to deal with the jockey and the smoker. They'll go ahead and get back into position with NF. First tank for G4dyuka.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw him tag up as that, I didn't know what it was either until I looked at my friends list and realized who it was. And that he was just spelling out his name a little bit different. But he has ideas for more toys here now. He gets the car into play, and he will be able to get both these over. It all depends on how much all these potted plants and pulls are going to cooperate. And I don't know, that first one, it looks... I think that's good. I think these are good. Not anymore. He's only going to have one. Don't know if he'll have time to get both, but commons are being cleaned up. Spawns are up. NF has lost about 500 HP. That's in play. He's going to get the other one. All right. So he got cars in. He's lost 1,000 bonus already, or health already. Ellis is completely separated. They're going to try to push forward. The car goes flying. Oh my goodness, it's not cooperating with him. And they're just going to run past his car like it's not there. And look at this play coming out from Ascendant. NF now chasing from behind. Car flying over. That's not in a good spot either. They should be able to fight this off here pretty safe. Already down to 3,800 HP. Car flies backwards. He's completely relying on this car. Half HP now. Charger is pre-spawned. Everything is pre-spawned. Oh my goodness. Look at the... Oh my goodness, he misses. He's got to commit without it now. The support goes in. The Charger misses. We could have a no-hitter coming out from NF. And that is exactly what we're going to see. And Ascendant takes the tank even better. And I am flabbergasted and all. They have a perfect score so far. What do you think?
That was ridiculous. It was bizarre to see Ascendant running right past the car, but NF just getting locked in on getting that second hittable in, not feeling like he could effectively cut off. SIs were eventually just thrown into the ether anyways. Gonna send an aggressive hit. Boom goes to no. Everything locked down into on the jockey right as the spit's going away. And Ascendant is going full speed ahead. They did lose that perfect score, but you know what? I think they'll be perfectly alright with that.
I do perfectly agree. No pun intended. And I do know they'll have another set of pills at the end of the map, so no matter what, they'll have full set with the spare able to be popped. No quad incoming due to the sack order. Hunter's going to pre-spawn just to slow down the survivors a little bit to give the infected an advantageous spawn. The Hunter will land. Spit's going to come out. Charger's going to stumble, but he misses. Okay. Rochelle able to jump into safety. And now if we look at the Delta, there's only 11% between the teams. And Ascendant is on top, about to take the open field. And no, I think they only have one more hit left. I don't know if they're going to have two. We're going to have a massive scoring game after one chapter now.
The good thing for G4dyuka gang here should be, for example, yes, they get to throw in their boom. They spawned the Hunter next, and now we've got Jockey Spitter. They send in the Jockey, but they hold the Spit. So we are going to have the Charger, and I guess we're going to have a boom back in the mix, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of awkward, but we'll see if it gets the job done. This is what G4dyuka gang went with. Smoker, Charger, Spitter, and a Boomer. 2-2 outside the safe room. 85% of the bonus still in the hands of Ascendant. As it stands, winning this chapter by about 100. Pop is over. Wow, the lasering down of the charge follow-up with the smoke. Spitter does find a little bit of standing spit, but they still walk in somehow, some way, one-upping G4dyuka gang. 1404 points for Ascendant.
No, that is a huge score for two teams on map 1. That's got to be one
Yeah,
of the highest scores I've ever seen between two
ever.
chapters. I mean, that is what's 2,700 points between the two of them. Absolutely wild. What a game, and shout out to Lego John for coming in. What up, Lego John? Always good to see you. Harper, everybody coming in. This is going to be a massive scoring game with the way this has started out to be. Tank's going to be at 41%. No. Oh my goodness. I believe they're going to be able to take the alley, and that tank doesn't get much damage either. This is poised to have both of these teams put up about almost 3K each. I think that's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
possible.
yeah. We'll see. We'll definitely have to see. Support can go a long way for any tank, especially in areas where the tank doesn't really stand too well on its own. There could be plenty of disasters, but as it stands, could potentially be the highest scoring Pacifice in history, but let's not jinx it. It is going to be Smoker, Jockey, Charger, Spit for the first hit. And there's definitely the potential for separation, but honestly, the survivors have been so accurate with their weapons, able to put out so much damage, and the SIs haven't really been able to get in anywhere. So I don't expect to see anything too crazy happen on this first hit.
All right, well, let's see what they can do while we go up live. It is going to be a tri-cap with a spit coming out. The Hunter will not be included in the opening attack, so they're going to have to rely probably on the Charger taking a pull guy, and the Smoker pretty much in a standard spot here now from the window. All of the other infected going to come out from a different location. I like the cheeky Charger spawn. Oh, they gave it to him, but he did take it. Look at it's there again. The Charger can just walk in. Nobody's watching that middle spawn, and the Charger gets his target. The clears were still top notch, but they'll get the charge spit. The spit spread is amazing. And what amount of damage taken from the opening hit is almost the amount of damage they take in the whole first chapter.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. It was, like you said, the sneaky spawn. It was given, taken away, and then given once more. And G4dyuka Gang managed to capitalize on it. We got the Red Flight Barn Cafe. Boomer walks up through, doesn't find anything. Hunter is spawned in, but I think G4dyuka Gang probably wants to play around the transition into the next building. What do you think? What's Ascendant gonna do? Do they hop over? Okay, they're hopping over. Wow.
Yeah,
Little bit too close for comfort on the transition.
I mean, they get the reset, but due to the fact that the spitter with no cappers are there, it's really not going to do anything. So, if anything, no, the second attack just takes a little bit percentage, knocking the average per hit back down to about 10%, which is still a lot due to what we saw map 1. And literally, I think it's about 2% away from losing or having the exact same points they had map 1. But
Of course.
this is tank 2 for G4dyuka in the hands of Snipe. And I don't know, no. I think, my opinion, I don't know. What do you think on this tank here? I kind of think if you're going to have this green ping right now, that you probably want to go tri-cap with that and no boomer, because I don't know if it's really going to matter, in my opinion, with the low pings.
Yeah, good point. I mean, Charger, of course, this is a higher health option. Okay, Snipe is gonna be all right with this. He's just gonna walk it straight through. The engage comes out. Hunter landing onto Row. Should we get the 1-2 with the rock punch? Keeps her in the corner on the tree. And the charge is actually going to land that, but everything else gets mopped up. He's going to go ahead and cash in another 1-2. Finish off Coach, but Snipe will go down with that, of course. Some nice damage. That will be it. Can we get the pickups? Frey also getting some damage onto. I'm not sure if that came from the take or what. Look at that. I was wondering about this. Coach is just walking forward. He will win the 1v1 with the jockey. Okay.
Oh, Yeah, the question marks come out there, but you know, if you lose that 1v1 and you're a survivor, it is devastating when you have the
Oh,
separation like that. But
yeah.
they are able to double up on the pills. They lose what 40% from that now. It looks like the math comes out from the tank as the spit block's going to go out, and it is successful. They're separated right now, so I think they're just sacking for the bottom hit right now.
This shit's old, bro.
Yeah, of course. The kind of the end half of chapter 2 is going to be all about this drop down as well as the final tunnel. Not going to have the quad to potentially end it all there, but I feel like the quad, not always the move.
Let's jump together.
Certainly would be better than having a boom. But regardless, G4dyuka gang. Actually, nobody at that lower level yet. All of their SIs are set up above. Hunter spawns in. Charger goes with it. They get the... Okay, gonna double team Frey for some good damage. The charge smacks. Triple boom. They find the damage. They absolutely find the damage.
And poor coach is left behind here now.
Right. Yeah. 1 minute he's way too far up. Now he's too far back.
And now it looks like just a distance game for Ascendant. Suffering 2 in caps at the tank. They lost 20% of their bonus beforehand. Boomer's able to go in the back. They're sending the Hunter and Jockey back here.
Wow.
Are they able to get the 2 cap? Frey does not win. There is an in cap, and the event has started. The separation was way too much there, Nall. And this is going to give G4dyuka a lot more attacks due to this.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Ascendant have had their feathers ruffled a little bit. I can't say I've ever really seen a situation like that, but it's going to help out G4dyuka gang so much. Unfortunately, the charge will miss, just to get a smack. Boom will doff as well. They're still going to try to fit... Oh my goodness, spit blocking. Smoke dealt with, and finally, Ascendant gets a moment to breathe as they run through a little bit of spit. Great haste to make it into here, but they have made it in. They do get a moment to breathe before that final hit.
Yeah, now it's just going to be the infected getting... I don't know. No, I don't know if they're just going to wait. I mean, they have no bonus, really. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's a good play. I think you just keep sending, maybe. Hunter's going to land. They do get the clear. Charger looking for a cheeky spawn on the pole on the top, which he can get, by the way. But due to the... Oh, Frey goes down. And now it's just going to be a troll on the pickup. Charger's going to come in. Actually, probably just wasted the Charger there. No, I think this is going to work out for Ascendant a little bit, but everybody is so low HP. Sick is actually black and white 1 HP. I just noticed it. So he's probably going to meet his demise right now. And the common.
Oh, not quite the snap of the neck, but we'll take it anyways. Look at Row.
The Polish phenom gives him a little bag.
They're able to avoid the spit damage using the railing, and Ascendant does get to keep pumping up distance damage, or distance points. We got the Hunter. It's a long tunnel to nowhere there for Ascendant. Here is the hit right there, just going to send it in. Charger's dead. Smoke pull onto Frey while the Hunter's hopping through. One goes down. Okay. They get to keep going through. Wow.
I'm surprised they're making it this far.
Yeah. Beautiful boom.
Oh, it could end here. Spinner is a little late to the show, though. But the survivors aren't aware of it. Jockey lands. It is not cleared. Another survivor is dead. Somehow, Frey and Fish are still standing. Frey of 1 HP in the back. Fish taking off for the front.
He's gone.
I think this is where, oh my gosh, all the comments just spawn on Frey. And Fish is not going to make it, and they'll wipe out with 550 points. A little bit shy of the full distance 600.
Okay. Ascendant does get a respectable enough of a chapter, but I mean, this is definitely the door wide open for Gadyuka Gang. It looked like they were just able to capitalize on togetherness from Ascendant. Working as one unit, Gadyuka Gang was able to pick them apart. And I don't expect to see Gadyuka Gang having the same issues, so they might be able to get in with some good bonus.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at the performance on Chapter 2 so far from the first Survivor team, not able to make it with any bonus. Gadyuka just making it to the safe room alone. Wouldn't quite even it up, but it'll bring it within about 30-point delta. But we'll see how they take this opening attack. It's the same as the other side. Jockey, Smoker, Charger, Spitter. And it looks like they're going to set up their spawns just a little bit different. Looking for Lion to give up that safe room spawn.
Yeah.
Look at Kryja really wants it. He wants to grab Lion. I don't know if it's free or not. I don't think it is.
Rare
No.
we see this.
I don't know. No, they don't have it yet. I think they would be going if he had it.
They know something's up.
All right, Lion gave it up. He's walking his way out. Here they come. Charger from the back. Misses Lion, but the jockey doesn't. Fist goes out. Spit will miss. Smoker's going to die off at the end here. And that is only going to be 3% coming out from Ascendant compared to Gadyuka, which put out 14.
Yeah, not a bad start for Gadyuka at all. Dealing with that hit in tow, they are going to have another one coming up, and things can definitely go sideways through this sequence depending on how much rope Ascendant gives them. Okay, they are going to let them inside. Jockey, Boomer, Hunter, Charger here for Ascendant at the transition.
NF calling for the attack on survivors to go. But oh, here it goes. No. Oh, that was so close. The Charger got stumbled by the boom. I don't know what he got stumbled by. Did you see that? I think he got stumbled by. Oh, the door maybe. I missed it, but I thought I saw him stumble, and it turned out to be not a bad follow-up, but I would have to say that Gadyuka's taking hits much better due to the fact they only lost about 9%, and they're going to get the tank up. Or maybe not. No, they're going to have to take another hit.
Okay.
They're taking it cautiously now. They know they're in better health, so it looks like they're just going to take their time.
Right. I love this out of Gadyuka Gang. This is wide in the open. They're saying, you know, go ahead. We're going to play tightly grouped. 91.5% bonus for them with the tank. This is a great start for Gadyuka Gang. All the SIs landing in the last hit, but the clear is so quick. Okay, gonna wait for the tank trigger before they go for the engage from overhead. Jockey hops in, M2 away. Hunter finished off. Some standing spit.
Oh, that spit spread. It went all the way up the car. Sometimes, no, I know that we play this game a lot too sometimes, but sometimes the spit spread just doesn't make any sense. Lands on the ground, goes all the way up to the top of the hood of the car. You know, it makes perfect logic, but that's the entertainment of our game. But Fish has a tank for his team. Boomer, Jockey, Charger is going to be the support. I don't see a scenario where they hold this Boomer. They should send it pretty quickly. I don't know. Are they going to bank on this? They're running out of time to sack this Boomer. Okay, there they go. I was about to say. Boomer is dead. Now it's just a matter of time where they choose to send this in. Took the last one away now, so this one's yours. Take Fish away when he's ready.
All right. I do like that Ascendant tried to make that boom work, lining it up, recognizing that they had time. Falls flat. Hunter, Charger, Jockey as Fish trying to find the first hit. 1900 eventually finds out Lion. Awkward lineup with the charge. Hunter does find a target on the back line. And now we got some smacks onto Row. But now Fish is completely isolated, very far away from any survivor. They're going to try to seal the deal before spawns come in, and they will be able to do so. One down onto Lion. We've also got NF here at 50 HP, but 4 sets of pills. Got Yuka Gang, 866 bonus, and as long as they can stay locked, this should be a solid lock-in for them.
Yeah, even with the extra set of pills here being found, they're going to be able to hold W very quickly. Nothing's going to be able to slow them down. Even a really good hit, but it's a poo too. And they're going to go quickly here. They're going to bring the jockey and the smoker, and they're going to sack into the quad for the bottom of the ladder. Here it goes. Boomer and Spitter should die off here. And alright. And no, you're going to hold the spit. Tricap spit for the bottom then. I take it back. I was wrong.
Alright, gonna try to cash in damage. Number of different ways that Yuka Gang can approach this drop down area. Could have one person drop in. I'll drop in at the same time. Gonna want to try to negate the effects of this spit. Sacrificing one character could be a way to do that. Hunter's already pre-spawned in. We got a charger up above. Smoker Spitter down below as well.
Prey Hunter, by the way. You can tell by the way he's flying through the sky.
Right.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to get a damage pounce for you there here on this map, Frey. But here they go. They just rush it all together. Hunter finds a target. Charger is late. Gets the stumble in the spit, which is a good follow-up. Beautifully timed there. That Charger. I don't know if you realize, Null, how difficult that really is to pull off what he just did. That is a beautiful play. They solidify a second in cap, dropping the bonus down to 668. Great follow-up, but they still need to get more damage in to negate that bonus.
Yeah, they target down the player. Okay, hold on. Boom. Okay, you can get shut down 2. We got a Hunter Charger. Okay. But drop through. Ascendant does a good job by getting NF down, but quick recovery by them. And with Yuka Gang being as healthy as they are, expecting Ascendant to have a little bit more patience with this hit.
Yeah, the only thing though is the fact that they only went with 2 there and didn't send a full hit. They're only going to get 2 hits post-tank. So, yeah. I mean, they did a good job on the follow-up hit, but they pretty much had 60% of the way of the map left to go because they fought the tank at 40-some%. Only 2 hits. It is not a lot. They'll get the charge spit here. Hunter gets killed. Smoker pull into the spit, which negates some of the spit damage. And that's going to allow Yuka to walk in with 600 bonus, and they're going to take a 500-plus lead after being down about 100.
Yeah, we got Gosu here with 96 permanent HP. Took 4 points of damage the entire time. We got Snipe with 66 points of permanent HP. They did lose a good chunk of DB onto NF with that final hit, but a sacrifice that they were happy to make. 600 points, over 600 on the chapter, and going to be a solid lead for Yuka Gang. Of course, nothing that Ascendant can't come back from, but having kind of a breakaway moment after a surprisingly close Chapter 1.
Yes, very surprisingly, and now it's going to be Yuka taking a pretty good lead here now. Now, what is that, about 550? That is pretty significant. And this chapter only worth 500 distance. The next one is worth a little bit less than the normal now as well. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Ascendant to mount a comeback. So they're going to have to average 250 per chapter. And if they go down on this one, it's going to be extremely hard to come back, and their tournament life could be in jeopardy.
Definitely. Yeah, that is what's in danger here for them. Is they can't let 2 fall through the fingers here. We are, of course, Chapter 3, the Pacifice, going to have that static tank spawn. Always interesting to see how it plays out, but there will be a couple hits before that, 2 to 3. First one going to be a smoker, jockey, charger, and a spit. Could be some solid damage here. Interesting setup on the charger here from Ascendant. Pretty far back. And they're not even hitting here, MK.
Now they're going to take the second turn down the stairs, which I can't disagree with. I like this knob because it gives the infected opportunity to come from 3 different rooftops when they take this down. And no matter what, you're only going to get 2 hits before you trigger the event. So I think this is just kind of the meta that changes depending on what your opening attack is. And I think due to the fact that you have the charge spit is why you yield this much of the map to them. It's pretty irrelevant. But if you don't have the spawns they have here, no, they would definitely have already hit already.
Okay, we'll see if Ascendant can get their money's worth. G4dyuka Gang, we've said how accurate their survivor play has been so far, so maybe the extra angulature could help them out. Smoke charge into the spit with the jockey capitalizing on the breakaway. Finally able to clear off the jockey. Smoke pull as well. 12% hit pays off huge for Ascendant. One of their biggest hits so far.
Yeah, definitely. It was beautifully done. It's really unfortunate that that smoker was not able to land with that charge because there was a cap in the back. It would have been a rolling tri-cap that came in. The damage would have been more. But alright, this is going to be the second attack, and the only hit they get before the event or the tank started. Here comes the Boomer pre-spawn. Gets a double. The Charger does not find a target. Pound spit successful. Common get a hit onto Zoe inside the spit. So they'll get the damage all the way up to 83.4 left. And that's a great follow-up. But look at Snipe here now. He's crawling and he refuses to eat the pills, which will allow Ascendant completely set up to protect this tank.
Right. Yeah, I like the decision by Snipe. We got a long road ahead of us here. Most of the time with this tank, there can be some surprising moments, but usually the kind of drawn-out tank fight or rock fight, rather, tank going to be coming in the hands of Krycha. Ascendant needs to find some headway. Krycha definitely one of those players you can rely on to find it. Smoke pull, no good. Jockey, no good. Charger coming in. He misses. Very close to bring in with the rock, but the door is open. Boom onto 2. And what the... Oh my goodness. It's decent chip. Oh, another shotgun blast. He's going to climb up. Francis wants a chip as well. And they will get some solid chip there onto Krycha early on.
Yep. To the car. Oh, that is not terrible. He's going in. He ain't waiting.
Wow.
He's got what he wants. The survivors are hugely split right now. Car comes flying through. That's really unfortunate for Krycha. He misses the rocks. He misses the survivor. Okay, now he's going to chase them. Oh, he misses a punch. Gets a punch onto Lion. A support is dead. He gets some stumbles from the boat. He kills his hunter. The jockey is now dead. Krycha is alone, gets an in cap. And trying to get one more punch, and that will be it. So he gets a down, gets a couple punches onto Snipe. The damage bonus has been wrecked pretty well, considering. Down to 74%, and I think that's a pretty good tank coming out from Krycha, taking the bonus down to 43.7. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, those definitely some efficiency and some value lost with the missed punches, but he's able to get his money's worth. In comes the smoke pull, no good. Double boom will be charged. Just laser down, spit on the rooftop. Smoker catches one out for just a moment, but I mean, G4dyuka Gang, it was a good tank, but they still got a lot of points on the board. Ascendant still got some work to do, and they've made it through one of the most integral post-tank choke points right there through that narrow alleyway. So we're looking at resets. We're looking at maybe some high damage hits. I don't know, MK.
But they're not going to waste any time. I believe that this attack was kind of just thrown in there. It's not going to do anything. No damage comes out from that. Spitter still lurking about. 2-2's going to be coming in. Charger died first, I believe, with the smoker. So I don't think it's going to be 100 Charger 2-2, but this is going to be the last hit no matter what. And they have exactly 500 bonus left.
Okay, as the survivors walk right past the shenanigan smoke spot, now the smoke is up. 2-2 smoker charger. Wow, G4dyuka sends it way conservative, and they get paid out completely. One boom. Zoe going to be able to avoid this spit. They're going to continue to play it slow. Zoe here is taking her time, waiting for the spit to dissipate so she can climb on top. I mean, Ascendant is maybe going to be able to hit onto Snipe here. He's slow. 1,000 points left, and they're definitely going to try to send this. And they send it to Quad. Hunter going in. Oh my god, they all go into the safe room. They all get mowed down. And it is going to be perfect 1,000 for G4dyuka.
That's a no damage quad, by the way.
It was.
That's a no damage quad. They try to separate 3 and 1, and unfortunately the survivors were 2 and 2 with a door in the way. Being the 5th survivor not letting the infected in. And unfortunate for Ascendant, they're going to have to yield another 500 bonus to G4dyuka, which means if they just want to even this up here, I don't even know if it's possible on this chapter.
Yeah, so I think they just need to like have a solid chapter here, come as close to tying if they can. If they can get some extra advantage, that'd be great. But chapter 4 definitely has more flip potential with those early tanks, possibly. I think Ascendant needs to go the distance. In comes the hit. Charger, sidestep by Frey. Smoke takes a long time to get cleared onto Lewis. 4% in total is the damage. And yeah, I mean, not a bad start from Ascendant. See what they can do. They definitely need to get at least like 900 to stay competitive on chapter 4. If they can get some extra bonus, that'd be great. See if they can.
Yeah, I think 750 is the minimum that we were talking about here now before the ready up, so that's going to be the minimum I think they want to be acceptable, but they're going to go in quick with a smoker pull. Boomer proxy on the 2. Jockey takes the pull target, and it'll keep the smoker alive, which will allow Ascendant to hold W, and I don't think that they can get this door open before spawns will be ready, due to the spawn timers already in the single digits, except for NF, which just has started that. And Ascendant not wasting any time, not clearing up the commons either. They're just holding W key, and now it's going to be protect the tank time now. Protect the tank.
Certainly is. There's not going to be a smoker. Hunter Charger, Spitter, Boomer. Ascendant has slowed it down, of course, recognizing there was plenty of time for the spawns to come up. Frey is going to be holding the button, forcing the charge to come in. That was a tank. Spit to continue the blockage, but Francis is going to walk up and start taking some spit damage in order to start opening the door. One boom onto him. The door is open. It gets a walk.
That was big. No, I think they might want to chase him here and get some. Oh, he's going to decommit the other way.
Wow.
Smart move by Gosu, not allowing himself to be chased down, but he is losing frustration because he got that early rock, though. No, that is one bad thing about that.
Yeah.
I never see that decommit path, though. That was the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that was a smooth one for sure. Gonna hit the car on top as well.
Only 200 actually less than that. No, it's only about 150 bonus more on our health on the tank. No hesitation, take it away.
All right, he is, wow, the smack onto the environment coming out. Gonna get another one right onto Zoe, slowing him down a bit. Smoke onto Frey, then triple teaming him with the charge spikes as well. The rock onto Zoe's head. Playing with the car. The SMG is just running wild though onto Ghost, who's got 2,600 HP left. Trying to get some lucky pops with the car, maybe a rock, finding absolutely nothing. And it will be a solid hold for Ascendant for sure. They only have about 141 bonus to spare here, so it isn't the final nail in the coffin, but they're gonna have to work very hard for just a couple points. Beautiful triple boom.
Yeah, it looks like Ascendant just wasn't quite aware that the boomer was coming in there. This is going to cause them to slow down. They cannot push through this. Being blinded here. I mean, they have a charger and a hunter for this. Ooh, this is going to be extremely tough for Ascendant not to take damage through this. And they had to wait for Snipe to get his spawn. So now it's a tri-cap with a spit without a smoker, and they're going to send it Hunterland. Spit comes in, Charger's going to stumble Frey, and Frey is going down. And I think they're going to lose the round now, too.
Leaving anyone behind.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fine, but we gotta keep moving.
Thanks.
Well, not quite, but
Yeah.
with the pill pop.
They
Yeah.
do, yeah. That's it. Now they're going to go down even more. And if they can hold on to this, they'll be down about 570 going into the last chapter of the match. With a smoker trying to get a pull down, Jockey trying as well. The more spawns you can get. And they're going to kill the boomer off at the end. And I believe it's going to be a... Is that a quad sack? I don't know. I missed.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not sure. I think there could possibly be a spit in the mix. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Spawn's coming up now.
Yeah, I
Hunter's
completely
Twitter-
misread that.
But the thing is, I mean, this could still be massive damage. Wow, they are immediately spawning in. The Hunter's in. Ricocheting through. He's been cleared up. Jockey's got an awkward path. And G4dyuka Gang. Hold on. We got a charged spit. He's still kind of positioning for it. But Ascendant is locked in here on Chapter 3, staying very tightly grouped, got consistent coverage for each other. They make it through, and they may only lose this chapter by a couple points, which would be huge for Ascendant.
Yeah, especially because our tournament life is in danger. So going down only 11 isn't terrible, but they got to take the last hit clean. G4dyuka took no damage on a quad right in the safe room, but they have a 2-2, which is a Smoker-Charger combo. Charger actually finds a target. The spit angle lands too. He can't get out of it, and they lose almost another 80 from that gnaw.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta hand it to Ascendant. When the tank dies, that chapter is definitely not over. So there were definitely some scary positions that Ascendant could have walked into. They do manage to only lose about 76 on that chapter, which I think is respectable for them, all things considered, on Chapter 3. But it comes down to Barge, Chapter 4 of Pacifice here. And it is not going to be the early tank MK that I feel like Ascendant would have really liked. It's going to be a 69%er. Interesting.
If you don't stop being positive,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
set up a
actually
vote just
really
to make
late,
you
so
sad.
I don't know. Due to the fact I know that they're not going to want to play the finale.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. That's a tough one. I don't know what they're going to do.
Ascendant are definitely going to need to run back the same support, so the same sort of survivor success that they had on Chapter 1 in order to come back against G4dyuka Gang at this point. And I think they'd really like a tank wipe as well, obviously. If they don't get the tank wipe, it's going to be dire straits for them. So they are starting off on the SI side.
Well, trying to think of what exactly. There's a good chance we might just see G4dyuka run this tank all the way back into the side of the garage if they're healthy enough. As a no tag minus 1,000 comes out, so the game's about even now. So we'll see. Apologies from Gosu comes out, but it looks like they're going to be trading some minus, so it looks like they're minus 500 now because there was minus 500 the last chapter, or the one chapter, so
Right.
who knows what it's at right now, but just friendly banter. Both these teams are friends. They play with each other on different teams. Like you said, RBT 7 with Lion, Snipe, NF, question mark, Team Uwin. Some of them went on Uwin, some of them went on question mark, and of course Ascendant, where Kryjo went with Frey, Innuendo, and a couple of his teammates. All of them play Left 4 Dead 2 together, and this is just the team that they chose for this cup. So, loser bracket. Last chapter probably coming up here now. Whichever one's going to be in the deficit goes home. As the Ying Chun Cup comes close to an end, about 4 weeks ago or 4 weeks left to go to see the grand final. And we're gonna wait for
And
Sick to come back.
actually, for those of y'all who don't know, the upper bracket match, the two teams that are still in the upper bracket are Aqualax and Osu, which I think is insane. Osu, of course, was that team that surprised everybody in Swiss of RBT7, only to have a very fast stumble in the playoffs. That has not happened here at Ying Chun Cup. And also, we got Aqualax, who we haven't heard a ton of lately, but what a thundering return to the scene here, making it all the way through the upper bracket.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to the finals of the winter bracket, you're guaranteed third place. That's your minimum finish there. Whether you lose or win that match, no matter what, third place is the lowest you can get. So congratulations to both of those teams. One of them will be third. One of them will be either second or first. So that is one thing for them while they let the loser bracket battle it out to see who will play the loser of that match. But who is it going to be? Ascendant? G4dyuka Gang. We also have another bracket match coming up, but I don't think that one is quite scheduled yet either. I believe it's I'm trying to remember the teams that are
It is it's Me and Die versus Others.
okay, you got it. Yeah, Others. And Others with the upset over Vaso de Leche last week, which game was amazing. No, by the way, I don't know if you've seen it, but I definitely recommend everybody check it out. We did have Montex cast it for us because last week there was just a lot of weird time games coming on all at the same time for us. Tough to get them all casted at the same time. What was it?
Yeah,
I think there was 7 matches in 3 hours.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate. I hate that we haven't gotten much English coverage of Others at all because they've been such a surprising team. But regardless, we got to focus back in Ascendant versus G4dyuka Gang. The Hunter going crazy. It is, of course, in the hands of Frey. Hopping around everywhere. Gets up on top of the billboard. Smoking behind the car. They know it. Instant clear into the skeet. Charger can't find anything. Just a one... Smoke gets to reconnect with some commons wrapping around, and Ascendant will say, too easy.
Yeah, not much from that, but they do have a death order that's not the greatest, so we're going to see a 2-2 come up, and they won't have the Charger, they won't have the Smoker, it's going to be 100 Jockey 2-2. I don't know where they're going to choose to send it, either the transition inside the next factory building, or they're just going to send it right away to get better spawns. Let's see what they choose. Pipe spawn is blocked, so it looks like a transition in the building is what we're going to see. What do you think? No, are we going to see a bait, or are they just going to rush in?
Yeah, this area, the damage always seems to find a way. Very curious to see if G4dyuka Gang can negate it. No charge here, but definitely potential hunt spit, potential collateral spit as well. It always feels like one player gets caught on the other end, or even two in this situation. Double boom. Started off into a hunt spit. Jockey still trying to slow down Row. Zoe, rather. Incredibly rude of me, but it'll still be 5%. But, you know, Ascendant will take it. Finding damage where they can get it.
Yeah, not bad. A little bit of bait there. So the Russians choose not to rush in. Not at all. They bait the attack. And they still take a little bit of damage, oddly enough. But let's see if they can hit the transition quickly here before spawns can go in. The Smoker is ready. The Charger lands on his head. Really unfortunate for Ascendant, but the Pounce Pit comes there. And this time the Russians choose to rush in that choke point. And they don't take that much damage, but they do get it down to 85.6. Really unfortunate that the Charger landed on that Survivor's head.
Okay. 15% to the tank. Going to be in the hands of Frey.
Reloading.
Like you said, it's... I mean, the potential AIing as well. Anything goes here at the spot. Very interested to see how both teams navigate this tank. Wow, beautiful pop on the boom. Negating what could have been a nice triple boom to start off the hit. They still go for it. Jockey will land with the charge smack. Ascendant they don't manage to completely catch off Get Yuka Gang at any point, but they do get solid consistent damage on every single hit, and it does amount to some serious damage. See what Frey can do with this tank. And what do you think? AIing. Are we going to see any AI attempts?
I don't think they will, no. I mean, they've taken quite a bit of damage. They're still healthy, though.
Yeah.
Over the ship.
And Frey is the last tank for Ascendant, and he needs to get a wipe here. I think if there's no wipe, I don't think they're going to see a finale. Ascendant will GG. We talked about this before. And he's spending a lot of time on just these two hittables. He's already first passed 50% frustration. He is not popping this over properly. Now he does. Yuka Gang is retreating, and they're going to run backwards.
Yeah.
Just like we feared. Oh, they baited. Okay, he's in. They got separation big time here, though. No. Oh, can he get him? No, he can't. He can hide behind the pipes now. He has to chase him out. Hunter is now dead. He gets one punch. Jockey is dead. He misses a punch. He gets one there. Can he get the in cap? He'll get the in cap, and that's a dead tank. And Gadyuga bait Frey into a run back, saying, we will AI you. You called it out and all. They choose not to do it. And they will survive the tank with 66.8% bonus, 3 sets of pills. And Gadyuga looks like they're poised to win this match and go into the next round of the loser bracket of the Ying Chun Cup, barring a quad landing at this choke point coming up here. It looks like Gadyuga solidified their victory, I would say.
Yeah, we'll see if they. I mean, there are crazy shenanigans coming up with the gravel pile, so I will hold my breath until then. But yeah, 882 bonus left after the tank. That's a crazy number. I love the movement from Gadyuka Gang. They basically say, if you keep trying to get hittables, you are going to go AI. And it makes it so that Frey's not allowed to get any dumpsters. He's not allowed to get anything more than like one car. And it's a heartbreaker. They do get one in cap. And they sorely needed that. Jockey, Charger, Hunter, Smoker. It's a quad. And look at Gadyuka Gang's approach to this. Wow, the Skeet Jockey dealt with. And the Charger is caught out. He just... I mean, there's a death charge, MK. There's nothing.
No,
the gravel pile is done.
They were ready for it. They lasered down that hit. They got to the high ground. 880 bonus left. 75% of the map navigated already. The boomer comes in, gets a boom onto Francis. Francis does not mess up the strafe down the side, does not fall, take damage. They desperately sack into a quad. This will be the last chance they know they have for Team Ascendant. If they don't wipe out here, I think they go home, and it'll be just to the World Cup left for Ascendant as they'll bow out of the Ying Chun Cup here, unless this quad lands.
Yeah, I love this decision by Ascendant. Sometimes you just have to play to your outs, and usually that comes in the face of a quad. And it goes, beautiful Skeet while Zoe is getting pulled. They mop up the rest of the hit. 1,400 plus points for Gadyuka Gang on this chapter alone. There is no way that Ascendant can come back without a finale.
Nope, they ain't going to need it. And look at this delta. That is going to be 4,900. And 48 points, which is absolutely massive coming out here from Gadyuga. And we'll have to say, this tournament match was decided on Chapter 2 for sure.
Yes. Yeah, great point. Chapter 1 heightened the drama so much, but when Chapter 2 came out, that was the difference maker for sure. And also Chapter 4, if we can recognize that as well. I mean, what masterful execution by Gadyuka Gang. They do let the damage come through pre-tank, but they keep it minimized, right? Like we're looking at 3 to 4% average damage. Maybe a little bit more than that, maybe a little closer to 5, but they managed to completely shake it off and get a ton of points on Chapter 4, which there's a lot of points for the taking. So, if they did get wiped, Ascendant would have the opportunity to get all those
Oh,
points for themselves.
do you see this?
Oh, he says yes, go finale. Okay.
I have never seen Ascendant ever call a finale before in my life. This would be the first, and I would love to see it. But G4dyuka or Ascendant is going to have to match that bonus now for a chance. And if they get wiped out of the tank,
Yes.
I don't even think they'll bother. But
Right.
they came into this chapter down about 600 points and change. So, not matching that and going into the finale that's worth 700 distance. Ooh, man, no, they got to put up 1,000 points here.
Yeah, I honestly, I really respect it out of Ascendant. I respected it as well when they didn't play finales, but it's like, it comes in, smoke is good. Wow. Charge land, everything it's a lot of damage. It's about 3 times, not quite as much, not as quite as close to 3 times, but a lot of damage compared to Ascendant's SI hit.
Yeah, it was beautiful separation on the pole. The charger came from behind, which caused 3 of the guns to focus it because it did land, allowing the pulled survivor, which was Fish, go all the way down to 75 health. Cryjite 89, Frey 94, 6, still staying at 100. Spawns are coming up. They're not in position, but the survivors back off. No, I think they could have rushed in there.
It looked like Ascendant wanted to, but they chose to bring it back. It's just one boom. They can beat the buzzer here from NF. Oh my god, the charge always finds a way, I swear. Right into the spit. And yeah, they are going to have to hop out of there. Eventually, I mean, look at this. The damage is just absolutely coming through. They're going to get at least 1 more hit. Probably 2. Okay, interesting, Hunter.
You got a little too greedy for the damage pounce there. No, a little too greedy.
Yeah.
NF wanting it real bad. And now he leaves his... Oh, the attack's just going to go in with... Okay, they're going to try to set the car alarm. Smoker gets the pull.
Wow.
And they get the car alarm. And Ascendant already lost about to the point where we think they needed to walk in the safe room with that 1,000 delta. They're at 1,086 right now. And not only that, they're not pushing through. Okay, now they're pushing through. The Charger looks like it wants to come in. Not able to find a target. The Jockey does. And the Charger goes back for a despawn.
Over the ship.
And they're just pushing just at the right time before spawns are up there. Now, that was really close to being pretty advantageous spawns for G4dyuka, but Ascendant pushed through just at the nick of time.
Yeah, and speaking of, NF, still 3 seconds left before he can spawn in. Beautiful team ski. Charge gets laser down, and Ascendant manages to avoid another hit. Well done by them. Shaking it off. Lion going to be potentially final tank. Smoker ready to go for NF. He does manage to climb up. Tank set in the hands of Lion, but I'm curious what's NF gonna do here with the Smoker. Yeah, okay, he goes for the pull into Frey with the spawn in. Boom on 1, and this should be a pretty chill conclusion, allowing them to set up over at St. Lydia 2.
Yeah, and Mr. I Am Pulled again himself, bringing cars into play. He's got both of the extra ones. He didn't get his early rocks, so he has a lot of frustration. Hatchback in play. Are they just running back right away?
Ammo? No, they're out. They're gone.
Okay, so they run back. I mean, he won't go AI. I mean, that's not going to happen because the way that this config works out now. So they're just going to be able to get damage with the Hunter landing. Charger does miss. They'll get more damage down to 1,027. Oh, it comes flying through there. That is in good play. He is still first pass yet, and also he's going to have time to get another car into play. Maybe one more punch here, and then he has to go directly on the roof. He has to abandon it. Okay, now he's not going to be able to get the hatchback.
Also the dumpsters.
Yeah, he has no. Yeah, he has to abandon the hatchback now.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a lot of chip too, Null. That's a lot of pre-chip before he his commit.
Yeah.
This might be what Ascendant needs. But the problem is they only have 27 more points than that number we called for. Question is this the last tank or is it not? Take it away now.
Okay, gonna have that one awkward dumpster wedge, and look at Ascendant just runs it all the way away from any hittables, holding the S keys, already down to 2200. Jockey's been dealt with, other SI has been dealt with, eventually getting the corner to Frey. No, just a one smacker, and that will be it. Smoker can't find anything either. 70% of the bonus left for Ascendant. Of course, one downside is that Frey has to pop the pills, and they ran all the way back, but it's honestly a very small downside compared to all this upside for Ascendant. Tank not having really any powerful hittables to play with, and he just gets melted.
Yeah, not only that, but they have to go through the map again. I mean, they did do a good job on shutting down the tank's attacks. Frey was the only one who got punched once because he couldn't go behind the tree. And now they're just going to take the high ground and not let this charger land. Survivor almost dropped into the charger's hand. I don't see what died. I don't know if this is the quad sack or not. No, it's real close to him. It's either a tri-cap with spit or a quad. As Frey's going to have to eat more pills. The bonus goes down to 897. And now there's only a 50-point delta between the teams.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to need some heroism here on the finale from Ascendant. Even if they lock in this amount of bonus, they're gonna be down like 600 still or more. Haven't quite done the math yet, but we'll leave that to if that situation arises. For now, there is a gravel pile here, which can obviously end a run in a heartbeat. They won't have the quad for it, though. Hunter, Jockey, Smoker, Spit. And Ascendant's going to bring it up to the same spot. What do you think about this, MK?
This is a misplay. The Spitter can do so much damage here if this works out for them. The Hunter's going to land. The Spit's going to come up. He'll find a target. The pull goes out. And there goes all the health onto 6.
Right.
And that's why you don't go up there. And I'll tell you what, no, I believe that will solidify us not going to the finale, because that bonus is going to be more of a deficit than the distance points alone on Chapter 5. And now they got to walk up the hill, and they have spawns, and they got commons. And are they blocking properly? Yeah, the Charger does land! And another in cap.
Oh, God.
He might die. He might. No, they should be able to get to him. But yeah, that he does die.
Hit him. Oh man!
Unfortunate, no. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen run fall apart the gravel pile, but it's definitely the first time I've seen it in that fashion. I mean, you called it perfectly. That was such a dangerous spot to run into with the spit, but ultimately it was just a little smoker that ended it there. It was a very quiet affair. You know, just like a single smoke on the back line. That's really all it took. Right into that beautiful charge to just, again, add insult to injury. Ascendant hobbling through with 70 bonus, not going to just dip out, going to go ahead and finish the match. Much respect. But it will be G4dyuka Gang surviving through the lower bracket of Ying Chun Cup.
That is 100% true. As they try to finish off the survivors, they have 3 cappers with the last hit and a boomer to accompany them. They have a survivor slow as well. They're about to have another survivor slow if they let him bleed out enough. But when a 25 comes out, they do not clear it. The jockey finds a target. The Charger comes in to grab Frey, and he is not able to do so. And the GGs come out, but Frey is going to continue crawling. Can he finish off this Hunter? Here it comes. Frey gets the skeet. He says, my team has died, but I will not. The jockey cannot get there fast enough. And Frey has decided not to go in as the enemy team leaves. GG's. And that will be Gadyuga getting the victory over Ascendant. 49-48, 34-04. GG now. GG.